1997, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had bilateral mastectomies, and I went through a cutting-edge reconstructive surgery. That was a long and difficult recovery. But I went back to work, and I moved forward. Not long after that, I fell and shattered my ankle, which took months to heal because of an underlying undiagnosed problem, which should have been a clue there was something more there. And then I started having excruciating pain in my right hip. And doctors told me it was sciatica. They gave me medication and exercises to do, but the pain kept getting worse. I couldn't walk, couldn't sleep. I couldn't even lay in bed. Some nights I lay on the floor crying out to God. The pain was so intense. And Dick took me to the emergency room, and I would receive a shot of Demerol. And that was 3 times. I would just get home, and it would start hurting again. Eventually, they thought I was drug seeking, but I wasn't. I was dying. Then strange purple lumps started popping up on my body. There was one on my spine, one on my stomach, one on my forehead. And I had an appointment to see my plastic surgeon for my 1-year checkup. And he just looked at me and he said, "Bonnie, what's happened to you?" I had lost weight. I looked terrible. And he sent me straight to the hospital and removed the tumors. Pathology reports, after many different facilities looked at them, came up with multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer, stage 4. Actually, it's the same as bone marrow cancer. And so I was really ill, and the doctors didn't think I would make it out of the hospital. People were praying for me, churches were praying for me, we were praying. And a chaplain came up and asked me if there was anything he could do for me. And I said, yes, I need to be baptized, because I was raised Baptist, but I'd never been baptized. A priest came up and baptized me with those little plastic hospital pans. My husband was there, and he was my rock, but God was there. And even though doctors told me they didn't think I would make it out of the hospital, God was there. And then my oncologist came up with an unorthodox plan. He was going to give me this powerful chemotherapy combination of several different chemos, and that was a last resort. And he warned me it would make me terribly ill, and they said there was a possibility I might not even survive the treatment. The oncologist asked my permission, and I said, sure, because I knew it was all in God's hands, and I thought, he's there. It's all up to God at this point. So after 6 hours of chemo, something incredible happened. I didn't get sick. I began to feel better. Not perfect. I was still in pain, but I felt better. My doctors couldn't explain it, but I could. God was healing me. I could feel it. I knew that he was there. And I did make it out of the hospital, but I couldn't walk for months because of nerve damage. I still use a cane today. I've had radiation several times, which has caused damage. Chemo on my left arm, which is my dominant arm. I've had to learn to use my non-dominant arm. I've had 4 relapses and 4 remissions. God just keeps bringing me back, even though cancer keeps coming back. He's always there with me. My feeling is that when God brings you through something, then you're obligated to help other people get through things. And so when I sit with others in the chemo suite, I share my story. I tell them that here I am all these years later, and I was supposed to have died. I still have to fight the myeloma. It's there. It's incurable. People ask me why I'm always smiling and with everything I've been through. My feeling is there's just too much joy in life not to smile. I don't live in fear, and my remission can change any time. God never does. He's always here. He's always with you. When life gets heavy, I just fall back into the arms of Jesus. He's never dropped me. People have said, you need to write your story. You need to write a memoir. And I guess if I did, I would title it, I Call Me Blessed, because I really feel blessed.